Hey folks, it's Keith, Victor Echo 3 Sierra Victor Quebec, also known as the Shaky Key. And I thought today I would do something a little different. And this is one of those videos where I just want you to do some thinking. It's a way of operating, I guess you could call it that. I just want you to think about it and see what you would do or how you would do this. So what I want to cover today is actually something that happened to me about, I don't know, almost 2 weeks ago. And it's been on my mind, so you get to hear it. So this is how it goes. Prearranged call. I'm in there. I'm public on the SKCC SCED page. I get a private message from someone on the page, which you can do with that page. I need your membership number. Can we do a contact? Of course. Why not? Why wouldn't I? So I say, yes. Do you have a frequency? And the answer comes back, no. Give me a moment. A few seconds later, he's back. I've got a clear frequency. Here it is. And I said, I'm heading there. And he sends me a note and he says, I'll call you. Pretty simple. So I tune in that frequency. I'm listening. And I hear on the other end a CQ call. A 3x2. CQ, 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 the other call sign twice, followed by the letter K. And I go, okay, that's got to be him. So I go to respond. And as I respond, another station comes blasting in, just about took my eardrums out. Super, super loud, super strong, and answered the CQ call. Now the other operator took the call, and I waited. And when it was over, very quickly started to send my contact information to him, but he came back with another CQ call. I answered it basically as a CQ. So these are things that happen. And in some cases, it's up to the operator what you do. I mean, Morse code is very much up to the individual, how they proceed, how they want to proceed. So it simply got me thinking, how else could we have handled that call? How else could the other operator have handled the call? And if I'm in that situation and I'm calling another operator, what would or could I do differently? So that's where this particular video comes from. Just from that one incident. And, it's been a lot of fun doing the homework, doing the research on it. And here you go. So when this is over, think about it. Would it change how you operate? Let's give it a look. Now, for the purpose of this video, I thought I would do a little bit of research, look around, and there's lots of websites out there, clubs and so on, that have information for new Morse code operators. And in this particular case, I'm using the one from FIST, F-I-S-T-S, which is the International Morse Preservation Society. So along the lines, somewhat similar to the Straight Key Century Club. These are individuals who use the mechanical keys. Excellent organization. I don't hear as much of them in Ontario as what I would probably like to, but they certainly have a lot of events as well. If you're a straight key operator or bug or cootie operator, one more group that you can join. Free membership if you're in the North American group. I think other parts of the world there may be a small membership fee, but the North American group is free, and in Canada that's me. Now they have a page well set up, and I'm just going to show you the page in a minute so you can see what I'm talking about. So if you're new and you're a new operator, this is one page that's very well worth going to check out. There is a lot of information for new operators. So let's take a look and I'll show you what I mean. So essentially what you do is you work across those blue lines. So if you go to operating and you click on operating, it will bring up a drop down menu, which includes op aids, OP aids. If you click on that, it will bring up another menu, one of which will say basic CW operating manual. Just a wealth of information in that manual for new operators, people who are just getting started, people who are unsure of what to do. Lots of really, really good information in that. So as mentioned, there's a wealth of information in there for new people. So in this case, let's get back to what else could have happened in that particular prearranged contact. So what do we know? We know both operators knew who was involved in it. Both call signs were known. They were on a common frequency that they had discussed, and one of the operators had agreed to call the other. Now, when one operator calls CQ and ends with the letter K, that's an invitation for anybody to respond, which is what happened in that case, right? Another operator heard the CQ and, much stronger than me, blew me out of the air on that one. Fair enough, because it was a CQ call. If you think of POTA, right? CQ, CQ, POTA, whatever the call ends with a K. You're inviting anybody to respond. What could have happened differently? Well, because the operator already knew I was on the frequency and already knew my call sign. The operator could have made it what I would call a personal call. He could have done, I don't know, a 2x2, 3x2, whatever, based on band conditions. It's always the calling operator's choice. So let's say he assumed he was going to do a 2x2 call. So he could have sent my call sign twice, DE, right? His call sign twice. And instead of ending with the letter K, he could have ended with the letter KN. The difference is that he's saying, I only want this one operator to respond. So if you're out there and you're listening and you hear that KN, someone calling somebody with a KN, yeah, he wants that person to respond, not everyone to jump in and try and make a contact. Simple, very simple little difference, but can make a big difference, as I just explained. So that's an easy way to do it. Now the KN, when you do your homework on it, there's a bit of discussion. Is the KN a pro sign, sent as a pro sign, or is it sent as two letters? And it seems at this point, anyways, from what I've been able to find out, basically the operator's choice. I personally would prefer the KN, as two separate letters, but just the way I like to send it. But think of that. Rather than just throwing out a CQ and a K, basically saying, hey, I'm looking for someone to respond, you identify the operator that you want to respond. And then if you add that KN, just tells the other operators, hey, stay out, wait a bit until that conversation is over if you really want to talk to the operator. Because he only wants that one particular station to respond. Pretty simple, really, when you get down to it. Anyway, so that's pretty well it. Really, as I said at the beginning, I just want to give you something to think about, something you may want to try if you haven't tried it before. It's entirely up to you. And remember, whoever is calling the other operators, it's pretty much their choice how they do things. So, keep that in mind as well. No one's saying this is the only way to do it. There's lots of different ways to contact people. And I do suggest if you are a new CW operator, definitely go to that FIS North America site, check it out, check out their operating manual. There is a ton of information in there, good information. If you're making a cheat sheet, for various contacts and so on, it's one that's worth checking out as well. So print it off. I don't know, it's 4 or 5 pages printed off of their operating manual. Lots and lots of really good information in there. If you like this video, if it's giving you something to think about, please, subscribe. Definitely helps YouTube push us out to more people. Like the video and, comment down below. I always like to read them. Whether they're positive or negative, I still like to read the comments, and usually I'll respond as well. It's Keith, Victor Echo 3, Sierra Victor Quebec, the Shaky Key. Wishing you a great day. Have fun on the air. 73.